Hi, good morning, guys. Thanks for the support extended. Really appreciated the way the channel is growing, and I'm literally privileged to have you guys as my viewers, and thanks a lot. So today, I was thinking to bring which I had always felt about that. So I was thinking about that topic very deeply because when I wanted to bring a topic to you guys, it should not be like something somewhere you got and you brought it. It should not be like that. It should be something which is meaningful to you guys. So what is the topic? I'll tell you: the struggle of adult friendship and how to build lasting connections. Because in this adulthood, we always feel that we are lonely. Certain places, we always feel lonely. So let me start with a simple question to you guys: when was the last time you made a real friend? When was the last time you guys made a real friend? Not a contact, not a colleague, not a social media connection, a real friend. Think about it. When was the last time you guys have made a real friend? Not a contact, not a colleague, not a social media connection. Because somewhere between growing up, earning money, building careers, and handling responsibilities, we forgot how to build friendships. Correct me if I'm wrong. Because somewhere, between growing up, earning money, building careers, and handling responsibilities, we forgot how to build friendships. There's a shift from childhood to adulthood. When we were young, friendship was effortless. When we were young, exactly, friendship was very effortless. You did not need a reason. You did not need status. You did not need compatibility charts. You just walked up and said, "Will you be my friend?" The shift from childhood to adulthood. So now we are there in the childhood. You understand? You do not need a reason. You don't need a status. You did not need compatibility charts. You just walked up and said, "Will you be my friend?" And just like that, a lifelong bond would begin. But today, we overthink, we calculate, we hesitate. Why? Because adulthood does not just give us responsibilities. It gives us walls. Correct me if I am wrong. Because adulthood does not just give us responsibilities, it gives us walls as well. It makes a wall between our friendship. Why making friends as adult is hard? Why making friends as adults is hard? Let's be honest, making friends as an adult is not just difficult. It's emotionally exhausting. It's emotionally exhausting. Trust issues. We have been hurt before. We have seen betrayals. We have learned the hard way that not everyone stays. We have learned the hard way that not everyone stays. So now we protect ourselves. Now we start protecting ourselves. But in protecting ourselves, we isolate ourselves. We isolate ourselves. Now the second one is what? Busy lives. Work, family, responsibilities. We are so busy making a living that we forget to make a life. We are so busy making a living that we forget to make a life. Now, tell me very honestly, how many times have you said, "I will call them later, I will meet them next week," and that later never ever comes? Tell me very honestly that how many times have you said, "I will call them later, I will meet them next week," and that later never ever comes? The third one is fear of rejection. As kids, rejection did not matter. As kids, rejection did not matter. But now we think, what if they don't like me? That's the first question. What if they don't like me? What if I look desperate? What if I don't fit in? So we choose what? Silence. We choose silence instead of connection. In childhood, you never bother about that, rejection. It does not matter to you. But in adulthood, we think lot of things. Like, what if they don't like me? What if I look desperate? What if I don't fit into their way of community or maybe their company? So we choose silence instead of connection. Now the transactional mindset. There is a transactional mindset. In adulthood, many relationships become transactional. Correct me if I am wrong. In adulthood, many relationships become transactional. What I can gain, how is this useful, and slowly friendship loses its purity. Now if you see around with the adulthood, those friends, mostly the friendships are many is into relationship, is transactional. It's very clear. They are very clear. Their thought process are very clear and transactional. What can I gain? How is this useful? And slowly friendship loses its purity. Silent loneliness of adults. Today, the adults they have loneliness in them more. If you go and talk to them, to the adults, you will see that silent loneliness of adults. Here is a painful truth. Many adults are surrounded by people, but still feel completely alone. They smile in public, but struggle in private. They succeed professionally, but feel empty emotionally. Many of the adults, if you move around and you just move around with them, you will see that they are surrounded by people. It is not that they are not surrounded by people. They are surrounded by people, but still feel completely alone. They smile in public, but struggle in private. They succeed professionally, but feel empty emotionally. Have you ever felt that? Have you ever wished that there was just one person who could call without thinking twice? Have you ever felt that? Have you ever wished that there was just one person who could call without thinking twice? Now, from a message to the younger generation as well, because they will also reach to the adulthood. To the younger generation listening to me, the younger generation whoever is listening to me today, let me tell you something important. Don't take your friendships for granted. Don't take your friendships for granted. That friend you laugh with today, that friend you fight with, that friend you ignore sometimes, hold on to them, because one day you will grow up and you will realize making new friends is not easy, and it's not as easy as keeping old ones. So hold on to your old friends. Making new friends is not as easy as keeping old ones. Ask yourself, are you still investing time in your friendships? Are you being real or just available online? Are you building memories or just scrolling together? Because one day your contact list will be full. One day your contact list will be full, but your heart may still feel empty. Your contact list will be full, but your heart will be still empty. Today, now I'll share some message to the adults, middle-aged and adults. To all the adults here, let me ask you something. Why did we stop trying? Why did we accept loneliness as normal? Why did we believe friendship is only for the young? The truth is, it is not that friendships are hard. We stopped putting effort, my friends. We stopped putting efforts. Now, how to build a long-lasting connections? How to build a lasting connections? Let us talk solutions. Because the problems without solution only create frustration. Problems without solution only create frustration. Be vulnerable. Stop pretending to be perfect. That is a very important one which I want to tell. Be vulnerable. Stop pretending to be perfect. Real friendships are built on real emotions. Show the real emotions to them. Say, I'm not okay. If you are not okay, say them, I'm not okay. I need someone to talk to. That's where the connection begins. Real friendships are not built on, real friendships are built on real emotions. So stop pretending to be perfect. We are all not perfect, my friends, in this world. So that's where the connection, that's where the connection begins. Make time. If something matters, you make time, not excuses. Schedule that call, plan that meet, reconnect. Reconnect with them. Because friendship don't survive on memories. Friendship don't survive on memories, my friends. Friendship doesn't survive on memories. They survive on effort. Now, reconnect without ego. reconnect also should happen, without ego. Don't think they did not call me. That's the first thing we all feel. Don't think that they did not call me, so I'm not going to call them. They did not call me. They should message first. Drop that ego, my friends, because in friendship you should drop the ego. Then only that connection will grow. Don't think they did not call me. They should message me first. Drop that ego. Pick up the phone. Sometimes one message can rebuild years of silence. Sometimes your one message can rebuild years of silence. Now be friend you want. Be the friend you want. Be the friend you want. Want loyal friends? Be loyal. Want supportive friends? Be supportive. Friendship is not about finding the right people. Friendship is not about finding the right people. It is about being the right person. It is about being the right person, my friends. And deep reflection, reflection moment. You can say, let me ask you something. If your life becomes successful but lonely, is it truly successful? Is it truly successful? Is it truly successful? Just think. If your life becomes very successful, you achieved everything in your life, but lonely, is it truly successful? Because at the end of the day, it's not your achievements that sit beside you, it's your people who sit beside you. You understand? It's your people. So, let me leave with you guys a small quote. Let me leave you with a thought from my side. It's a thought from my side. In childhood, we find friends without thinking. In childhood, we find friends without thinking. In adulthood, we think so much that we forget to find friends, my friends. In adulthood, we think so much that we forget to find friends. So, so today, what I'm telling is that drop your ego. If a friend is not calling you for so long time, pick the phone and call him, because that can rebuild your friendship, my friends. So today, don't just listen to this speech. Don't just listen to my speech. I say according to my perception and my thought process. Act on it. Call that friend. Message that person. Reconnect that bond, because one day it won't be about how much you earned. It will be about who stood beside you when you needed them the most. Friendship is not a phase of life. Friendship is not a phase of life. You understand? Friendship is not a phase of life. It is the foundation of meaningful life. You understand? It's a foundation of meaningful life, my friends. So thank you very much. So pick a call and call your friend. You understand? Don't drop your ego that he has not called me, he has not messaged me. Please drop that ego and call your friend and rebuild that connection. So, thanks a lot for watching my videos. Friendship is not a phase of life. Friendship is not a phase of life. It is a foundation of a meaningful life. Thank you very much. Bye-bye. Take care.